In Sobey and Hunter in the starting five from the team that last played in the semi-final loss to Illawarra, and they're surrounded by Asia Cup gold medalist Owen Foxwell, next star Malique Lewis and new import John Brown. And for the Taipans, well, not one of these players was in their first five for their final game of last season, but it's exciting to see Jack McVeigh back and fellow boomerang Smith also in orange. Exactly 12 months ago, South East Melbourne lost to Perth on opening night. They would start the season 0-5 before recovering to reach the semi-finals. And they enjoyed a 22-point win over Cairns in a pre-season game 5 weeks ago. They start favourites in this one. But the Taipans' first road game last season was an upset 13-point win over Melbourne United at this venue. So I'm certainly not riding off the Taipans. A special shout out to the Taipans fans watching at Cairns Reef Casino and to all our viewers around Australia and beyond. It's great to have you with us as rookie round of the Hungry Jacks. NBL gets underway in the Victorian capital, and it is the South East Melbourne Phoenix to the right of your screen who control the tip. Sobey with it early, and expect to see him with it a lot as well. Brown fires quickly, but he's off the mark.
Known to be that offensive threat, John Brown. We'll talk about it a bit more as the game goes on. Defensive reputation, probably unmatched with what he's achieved so far in his career, though.
And then the matchup of the round is going to be John Brown against our man.
Firing unsuccessfully there, Schofield. So Foxwell really came of age with the Boomers at the Asia Cup, winning the gold medal. He's off the money as well with his first try. Rain Smith. And big Statman. A lot of upside for Cody Statman. It's his time to shine, and he goes to the rim. What a look inside that was, and the finishing touches as Cairns score first.
What Marcus Lee can do. Yes, he's a defensive presence. He's going to alter shots, block shots. He's a lob threat. He's got a great feel. Great pass, great cut.
Sobey works to an opening, fires, it rattles around, jumps out. The Taipans through Schofield, back the other way, confronted by Lewis, wants to take him on, and Lewis wasn't buying it.
Wow, that's two big bodies going at it mid-air.
Snatched the ball away from him. Now Hunter down low with that height advantage on Schofield. Contact, it's muscling him from close range, it's off the mark though.
Musical start to this one.
Oh, I thought that was going up because he can let it fly.
Lee skip outside, Schofield. Had the better of it so far. That pass picked off though on the active hands of John Brown.
Yeah, led the EuroLeague in steals in 2022. That defensive reputation under Josh King. Expects some really good things on that end.
2 minutes played, opening quarter action. The Phoenix fans getting a little anxious here, looking for the first points, and Lewis can't provide them. Loose ball scramble under the bucket though, and possession arrow a little bit decided.
Marcus Lee's got to rip that one down.
No running here, got to stay still. Here we go.
So Lee with it, guarded by Hunter. Puts it on the deck. He wants to go solo, charges up the rim, and Hunter did enough to talk him out of the points. Now Foxwell, Brown to his left, Lewis to his right. He goes solo, still no reply.
Is it fair to say the referees are letting the players play
I like
a
it.
little bit more? I love it. I love it.
Because you mentioned it, Coach, the physicality, especially with Schofield, Lewis. Strong defensive presence. There's another one. Hands in.
So a nervous start for the South East Melbourne Phoenix as Sobey. They left him alone. Stops, pops. And it took almost 3 minutes, but the Phoenix get their season rolling.
You're going to have to carry a heavy load, Nathan Sobey. Not just scoring, but playmaking as well. We'll talk about it with Malique Lewis gets whistled for a foul. The departure of Brenz, Blyenberg, before the season starts. They need a bit more offensive creation out there, which is probably what they'll look to get with this other import spot. But Nathan Sobey, we know, Coach, he can fill it up.
And speaking of that import spot, do you think they need to get him now? Do you think that they need to take their time and pick the right guy? Maybe mid-season, like perhaps Perk did a couple of years ago.
He's going to need it before that. This league is so talented. It's going to be so close.
Lewis, Foxwell ahead of him, Rain Smith. A good job there to get a piece of the action with his foot. Not to give up the easy two.
Yeah, as you look at this team, and you don't want to read too much into preseason, although from what we saw from Blyenberg trying to fit into this team, it just wasn't quite the right fit, and Josh King was open about that. There was no bad blood in it, just a mutual decision to go their separate ways. But outside of Sobey, Foxwell deserving of this opportunity. Maldonado will see come in, he's a fresh face, but playmaking's my one big concern.
Well, contact between Rain Smith and Sobey. Sobey thought he was fouled. Ruben Woolcott, referee, didn't see it that way. And timeout being called here by Adam Ford. So 3 and a bit minutes played in the opening quarter. And Adam Ford wants to chat about this already. Both teams with a slow start, just 2 points so far in a game that's been heavily dominated by the defense. Josh King won't be happy with what the Phoenix have come up with either.
And I think he wants his players up and in after every shot. As you see him on the sidelines, yelling and screaming at Malique Lewis.
Keep giving these shooters pressure. Bench be ready right here. All right? You got anything?
Hey, don't settle, boys. That pity can easily be fucking something in the rim. Don't settle. Go on the fucking rim and go hard.
Get on the glass. Shots go up. Get on the glass. Hey, next time we need one, horn-size shorts. Horn-size shorts, set it. But play for stops and go. Stops and go.
Defensively, Josh King will be thrilled because this is the whole identity that he brings, and we saw that, especially last weekend. They played in the international series in Perth against some Japanese B-League teams. Their pressure defensively was enormous, and that's going to hold them in good stead this season. But offensively also, you know, they're talking about not living in the mid-range. Marcus Lee plays that drops defense where he doesn't get to the level, making sure you still put heat, still test the waters, get deep in the lane.
With this starting 5, who carries you? Who can get 30 points on this team?
It's got to be Sobey.
Schofield gets it from Statman. Behind the back. Lee was available, but they couldn't find a passing lane. Rain Smith against his Boomers teammate in Foxwell. Lost the handle. Hunter came up with a loose ball. Foxwell trying to thread the needle. It was a difficult pass to try and reel in. After lot there of Malique Lewis.
This has been scrappy, to say the least. 3.5 minutes, turnovers galore. Credit the defensive pressure, yes, but just two teams still trying to figure it out. I expected this from the Phoenix coach. You mentioned where's the playmaking and scoring going to come from. Also, the Cairns Taipans a bit out of whack, waiting for their new import, Andrew Andrews, to come and be their starting point guard.
McVeigh rushes up the floor. Statman, bounce pass. Lee had good position, elected to turn it down, goes back to McVeigh. He now works on Lewis, muscles his way into the baseline, rattles around, won't fall for it.
Good defense, Malique Lewis.
Good looking shot, too.
Lewis, just the handle, goes back to retrieve it, guarded by Statman. 4 minutes played, opening quarter action from John Cain Arena. Great to have you with us in the Hungry Jacks NBL rookie round. Start the season. Here's Hunter from close range. He's found going to the rim, off to the free throw line.
That man with a hand in the cookie jar. Didn't have to do it. That was good defense from Marcus Lee.
As Marcus tells him, I don't need your help. I don't need your help.
Trying to do the right thing and just get down there and dig. Make active hands, but you've got to trust the big fella.
So Foxwell sits down, replaced by Maldonado, who makes his debut.
You can't understate this case. The Cairns Taipans 2 points on the board. Yes, the Phoenix we've spoken about, but no true point guard in this lineup so far. Kyle Adams probably the closest they have to that, who's coming off the bench. This is what you get. This is what you get from a half-court offense without your point guard, who's Andrew Andrews, yet to join the team.
He'll be back arriving in Australia next week. Let's get courtside to Kelsey.
Yeah, Pete, you're right about that. I spoke to Adam Ford about how they were going to cover some of the injuries and the missing pieces. He said Rain Smith gets the start, as we've seen there. He said he's loved his professionalism in the preseason to try and get back from injury. And from Rain Smith's side of things, he said that it was Forty's reputation of making emerging players better and taking them to the next level. So I feel like this is a good partnership, but haven't seen too much from Rain Smith yet.
Bay and Schofield combined to restart here. Low scoring affair, 4-2 the equation, middle stages of this opening term. Statman, shot clock at 10, he's on the halfway line. Poor pass, telegraphed it, chopped out by Brown, who's got his hand on everything at the moment. Maldonado, off the glass, couldn't get the conversion he was after.
John Brown is everywhere. Just watching him defensively, his activity, where he positions himself.
Here's McVeigh, jack type, and he opens his account.
And that's one man can get going. If he knocks down 1 or 2 shots, look out. He loves this court, Dave.
And you cannot block it. He's got a long wingspan. Stays balanced, Malique Lewis.
Off the mark, rebound. to Gack. And now it's Sobey, aggressive again. Good feed to Brown for the finishing touches. His first points in the Hungry Jacks NBL.
That's what the Phoenix are doing, though. Taking the ball out of their ball carrier's hands, which has been Rain Smith, and making a big have to bring it up.
Schofield got it from Galloway and fills it up as well. So he opens his scoring account down under.
Oh, he can do that. That's what he did in over 100 games in the NBA. 3-and-D prospect.
Maldonado exploring. Lob pass for Gack, who was on a different wavelength, but he came up with a finish nonetheless. A seesawing affair here as we start to warm to the occasion. A little over 4 minutes out from quarter time. Phoenix lead it by 1. Statman goes on with the dribble. Baseline, tough shot, gets it done. Nice finish from him.
Now we're cooking, Case. I was worried there for a minute.
We'll just forget the first 5 minutes and we'll start to lock in now.
Hey, man.
Gack hands over Sobey. Again, he wants to take them on. He rushes to the rim and he's off to the free throw line where he was top 10 in the competition last season.
Outside of Sobey, who's looking to be aggressive and always, he only knows one way. It's going to be Angus Glover, who comes into the game now. He's going to be their next offensive threat in terms of always trying to be aggressive, get 2 feet in the paint, take open shots. As you look at the rest of this lineup, Maldonado comes in, backup point guard. Played in Germany, Ludwigsburg. Again, I like Russ.
Kelsey, they've got problems at the moment, the Taipans, including 7 turnovers in that opening quarter.
7 steals for the Phoenix as well. They've got their hands everywhere. 2 from Brown, Foster 2. Never underestimate how important the floor general is.
Play from Sobey to Hunter came unstuck, and a chance for the Taipans. Shooting the ball at 38% at the moment. Here's Lee. Goes with the right hand rush. The shot, it rattles around for Marcus Lee, but he comes up with his first points as a Taipan.
Hunter might have thought that was a little lucky based on that reaction.
Well, this time it's Brown firing unsuccessfully.
You can see the way the defense is just going under. It doesn't matter where that screen is set. They want to test John Brown out from outside.
Rain Smith hands over. McVeigh got away from Lewis. Feeds Smith once more. Off the mark, under the rebound.
That is a quick trigger.
Yeah.
As soon as he touches it, it goes up.
Foxwell work to an opening, feeds Hunter. The big man says, I'll try my luck from deep, and why not?
Been doing that in the preseason, especially at the Blitz. Just adding another part to his game. It's great to see. Clearly given the license from Josh King.
Game high 9-point lead here for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Taipans offense not clicking as well as they'd like at the moment. Schofield, he's off the mark once more, and last touch by the Taipans. So Phoenix will come up with it.
Talk about them being out of sorts, but you see Rain Smith, he's not their point guard. So he's going to be spot-up shooter. You run plays for him, but he has to handle the ball right now because Andrew Andrews isn't here doing it, and you can see that their whole offense is a bit disjointed, so that'll settle down in time. But how do they get through this game until they get their point guard available?
Well, the best thing Josh King did, I mean, could have thought of was to have that pressure continuously the whole night, and that's what he's doing. You know, he's picking these guys up as soon as the ball comes out of the net, knowing they can't get into their offense.
Lewis sprays up a wild 3. So Phoenix none of 5 from long range so far in the game, getting nothing from the outside. Schofield, Lee beyond his range. Now Rain Smith, it's McVeigh down low. Single coverage from Malique Lewis. Now the double team arrives. They get it to Rain Smith. He fires, he connects.
That is pretty.
I'm not doubling that just yet. Malique Lewis, he's had a couple of really good one-on-one defensive possessions. Because as soon as you just turn your head, Nathan Sobey, and leave Rain Smith, as you said, Coach, it's a mighty quick release.
Sobey off the mark, kept alive by Brown, being active. Gets Sobey another look, he makes the adjustment, and Sobey comes up with a 2.
John Brown's 3rd steal already.
He is all over the place.
He's a problem for the Taipans. Hunter pulls off the 3.
Wow.
Look at John Brown. After that 3, does not care. He's just making sure that the guard doesn't get the ball. And now their power forward, Jack McVeigh, has to run the offense.
Hunter up to 10 to lead all scorers, but he's called for a foul at the other end. It's going to be his first personal.
Black 1, hit. Good job, mate. Good job.
The Amy replay, Nathan Sobey relocates, gets it from the corner, and then on the steal from John Brown, as I mentioned, 2022 EuroLeague steals leader. Defense is just in his DNA.
I think for 40, though, he has to have either Lockie Barker or Kyle Latnam on the floor at all times, because both of those guys have experience playing point guard, but they can't get the ball off the floor. If you can't get the ball off the floor, you can't run your offense.
Brown fires, knocks down the shot, and as the lead continues to grow here, it's a 12-point buffer.
Not only that, but if they put Kyle Latnam in, the Phoenix are doing a good job of making sure he doesn't bring it up. So you need two guards out there.
Schofield been busy and likes the look of that as he comes up with the finishing touches. He's up to 8.
Nice 3-point lines, keeping them in it.
Nice looking shot.
3.5 played term number 2. Opening night for the Phoenix. One of their home fans as Foxwell feeds Lewis. Shot clock to single digits. Lewis, it's off the mark again. Kept alive by John Brown, the everywhere man.
The everywhere man.
6 points for him. He's having an influence at both ends of the floor. Smith coughed it up. There comes to Lewis for the jump upstairs finish. Well, Adam Ford's seen enough. Timeout called here by the Snakes. This is big problems as the Phoenix explode to a 13-point lead.
Look, that steals for Malique Lewis, but that's all John attributes as well. He's got it all.
Let's go.
This has been impressive, and what else is impressive is the NBL app. You can switch seamlessly between NBL, NBL1 and WNBL in your all-in-one hoops hub. It's got tailored news, stats, content for every league. You can track teams, explore player profiles, get live scores, watch highlights, and enjoy a sleek design with smarter navigation. It's all in one app built for basketball fans. Download the free NBL app from the App Store or Google Play right now.
Now, you know what else is impressive, Case, is your segues. Because you are in mid-season form with that.
Love your work, Pete. 90 seconds left here in the first half, and the margin is 20. We weren't expecting this. Barker just gets across the halfway line in the allotted time frame there. Straight to Schofield, who let it fly. Couldn't finish it. Lee kept it alive, went behind the back to Adnam. They crashed the boards. Adnam went down. Just those Sobies picked up the foul. That's the 4th team foul on the Phoenix in this period. The first on Nathan Sobey for the game.
And Pete, you spoke about John Brown averaging 4 or 5 steals. You know, he's fantastic, but it probably won't be this easy when he's playing against a team that has a legit point guard on the floor.
Oh, my God, he's got
another one.
5.
Maybe it will be.
Take that, Cobes. He was listening, Cobes. He feeds Foxwell. Yes, he knocks down the 3. It's a 23-point margin.
I mean, sometimes, as you said, like defense, but just his understanding, he's a step ahead. Yes, he's had a couple of direct passes to him. He just puts himself in the right spot.
Schofield worried out of that. Did well to keep it alive. Adnam, he goes hard at Sobey. Contact. It's an offensive foul.
They count.
Score waved away. Foul on Adnam.
He's outside, he's there. Really?
Yeah, the defense saying got out. The referee saying he got outside the charge circle. Looks like he's about to take off there, Kyle Adnam. But Brown, 5 steals now. Just finds himself in the right position, has the length. Have another look at that. Yep, Sobey definitely got there as Kyle Adnam did take off.
I'll tell you what Brown does for this team. He makes everyone hungry to play defense.
Foxwell, tough shot on the run, can't get it done. Marcus Lee spreads it to Barker. Season opening down on the baseline. Well done, Malique Lewis, to stay in front of him though, and now he's all over him. Barker with his hands full has coughed it up.
And this also shows how important it is for preseason games to understand how you're going to play. So they haven't had their point guard. It was Ashton Hagans. That didn't happen. They've gone to Andrew Andrews. So all the preseason work they've done, they haven't figured out how to play as a true system because their point guard has not been here. So it's going to take some time.
They've got 15 turnovers as a result of that in the first half, 7 in the opening quarter. You have to credit some of that to John Brown, just the activity he's produced. Not quite sure where they can look. Brown appears to be everywhere. That's what has helped the Phoenix here to this big margin as we head toward half-time. 56-33 is the equation. A reminder, Perth v Tasmania coming up after this game. Melbourne United here at this venue on Sunday against New Zealand.
I am very excited to see these Wildcats, Case.
Yep.
I am very excited.
Are you high on them? They
look to be the most complete team in the NBL.
Wow, nice.
I got a question on their backup big depth a little bit, but I think they can cover it with Doolittle playing small ball with his strength. But outside of that, Jones, JLA, new mindset for Windler and Doolittle, my goodness.
It's a lot to get excited about if you're a Perth Wildcats fan.
It wasn't too long ago, but they've changed their tune. But there's a lot of excitement right now for this man, John Brown. 5 steals in the first half.
That has to be a record in the first half, though, isn't it?
I think that, you think about last year, most steals by any player was 6 and it happened 5 times. He's already got 5, so I don't want to give away Defensive Player of the Year in round 1. We've got some. I want an all-defensive team. I think if John Brown's going to run away with the award, let's get a team as well so everyone else can fill it up.
Bill Smythe's had 11 in a game. Which is high watermark. Here's Glover. Got a good look at the 3 ball. That's off the mark. Sobey, the overboard, put back, and a chance at a 3-point play.
That 11 could be in trouble too, Case, the way he's going.
Without a doubt. Darryl McDonald had 11. Steve Woodbury 11.
Copeland? No 11?
No, that's defense, Coach. Defense.
Not on this page I'm looking at, Coach, so I'll look a little bit further down the list.
It was a joke. Calm down. Everybody calm down.
That's on the other end. You didn't get paid for that end, to be fair. You got paid for putting it up on the other end.
I learned to play it now, trust me. Oh, you guys are funny. Your eyes, both of your eyes got this big. That's funny.
Just the thought of you and Andrew Gaze putting the clamps on people.
No.
They're nightmares for the opposition.
Oh, boy.
Watch out. But also, he's recorded 5 in the first half, but a couple have gone to like Malique, Lewis, Foster from his pressure.
Well, because of him,
yeah. Because of him.
Yeah.
So he's really created probably 8 of them. It's unbelievable.
This is a fun team to play on, though, when you got guys like that who want to play defense, get steals, you get fast break points.
Margin out to 26 points. This has been phenomenal. And here's McVeigh as the buzzer expires in the background. He got it done and was fouled.
He's good at that, isn't he? He's very good at that.
Jeez, they needed that. Just something.
Before, but then what time we've got left, yes, I'll call it.
That's what Jack McVeigh brings to the table. He is exciting to watch, and any game he's involved in this season, well, it is worth the price of admission or making sure that you get to a TV screen where Jack is doing this sort of stuff.
And again, 35 points, obviously nowhere near enough.
0.6 on the clock, so Geordie Hunter's going to check back in. Malique Lewis will sit down, having picked up a second foul.
There's no knock on the Phoenix here, but they a 60-point-and-a-half offensive team with just their offensive talent? Probably not, but defensively they've just been unbelievable.
Bay misses the back end. Hunter heaves it what he can on the buzzer, but the first half, the credentials of the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix are on show. They put the clamps on the Taipans to restrict them to 35 and rattled on 59 off.
Get out and transition defensively. That's what NBA eyes are now looking in on, and he's so young. He was a development player last year, and now finding his way on a summer league roster, and he'll be back there next year.
Maldonado uses Mitchell. In turn, they work it to Foster. Star in the NBL 1 South looking to make a name for himself at this level, and that's a nice finish as well.
Too easy. You go back and chart how many times a Phoenix player's got 2 feet that deep in the paint. It's nearly every second possession.
Barker exploring against Foster, hands over to Adnan. Big screen from Marcus Lee, and he was moving. Oh, he wants the review here. Adam Ford's thinking about it, and he's waved it away.
Well, don't bluff me like that. Come on.
Well, we've seen a couple of screens that Marcus Lee's got away with, and just based on that, I wouldn't be reviewing that one either.
Inside the last 3 minutes of the third. Maldonado against Adnan, works to the right-hand side. Lap of honour jumped out, and Marcus Lee has it. Adnan. Higgins-Titcher ahead of him. McVeigh in support as well. It's Jack who gets it. He fires. Thought he was fouled. Referee didn't see it that way. Malique Lewis with 3 fouls is pretty happy there was no whistle. He puts it on the deck against Lee, looking a little nervous, takes him on. Lee was good at the defensive end and said you'll need something better than that, Malique.
Really good one-on-one defense from Marcus Lee, but he is struggling. He needs a breather. Galloway's about to check in.
Jack McVeigh against Geordie Hunter, goes back for seconds and eventually gets the foul. So free throws to come here with the Phoenix over the limit.
The Taipans will bring in Andrew Andrews, who's a scoring point guard, very different to Ashton Hagens, who they originally had, which they're going to need. They're going to need that kind of playmaking, ability to put the ball in the basket. He's going to take off some of the pressure from this guy right here.
Just a reminder, there are limited tickets remaining for the NBA NBL Melbourne series. Do not miss your chance to catch the NBA action for the first time in Australian history from October 2 to 5. You can get your tickets at Ticket Tech. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
There's a lot of fan activations around it as well. Getting up close and personal. Zion Williamson. Fears as well. Draft pick. He's an excitement machine.
Bernardo, soft touch, comes up with a finish. 4 points in the game for him.
On those NBA games, Coach, you don't think that with the history being made, an NBA team coming down here, they're going to want to win that game. You do not want to be the first NBA team to come to the NBL and lose. It happened a couple of years ago with Adelaide and the Suns.
No question.
Oh, Adnam's pass inside. Marcus Lee was wrestling with DJ Mitchell and drew a foul on Mitchell, so more free throws to come here.
-2. Good shot. 24.
Marcus Lee working hard. Last season, averaged just 18 minutes a game. Melbourne United, he'll be up around that mark already with a quarter to go.
He would have exceeded that. So that's another one of my concerns. It's just unfortunate for the Taipans. His free throw shootings look very good tonight. Wardenberg just going down. What a season he was set for. All league in Puerto Rico. With JaVale McGee, the Hawks new star signing, and then the ankle injury, very innocuous from what I'm told. Just not ideal at all. They're going to have to try and just weather the storm until he's back.
When you put a point guard on this team, it's a much different team anyway. I mean, keep these guys in their structure. You got shooters, you got athletic.
Hunter had a mismatch with Adnam. He was in a world of hurt. So a quick whistle. Have a couple of fouls to give here. So heads up play from Adnam.
Was that on purpose, you reckon, Case?
Without a doubt. Second personal for him.
Just make sure I don't want any part of that. Take it out from out of bounds.
They still have another one to give before they get into the bonus. With 90 seconds left in this third term. Phoenix have been impressive. Take nothing away from them. Maldonado is warming to the occasion as well as he knocks down the triple.
That's just too easy.
So 28 is the spread. As Lee goes hard at the rim and is fouled.
Adams down here in the backcourt. He's a few words to say to the refs. Yeah, you're right, Coach. Just too easy. And that's something they can control. He has no point guard. He's got a few things to say here. What do you say?
Hey. Go. Hey. Watch that shit. Watch that shit. Thank you, guys. You better go, cut.
I tell you what.
Thank you, guys. Hey, guys. Thank you, guys.
I tell you what. That is very unlike Kyle Adams.
You need to chill.
So I want to see if we can get a replay of that, because that is just not part of his character whatsoever.
One shot in. So one shot.
Talking to Malik Lewis, it looks like.
I thought it was Hunter.
Was it Hunter? Yeah, it might have been Geordie Hunter. Out of character for sure. He is not happy at all. I tell you what, if Schofield jumps in to protect you, I'll be jumping straight out of that.
Of course you will, Pete. Of course you will.
Schofield says sit down, I will sit down.
Oh my goodness me.
But that's just...
And then we got two.
You just don't often see Kyle Adams fire up like that. It didn't look like...
Guys, line up.
Hopefully you get a replay of it in the backcourt. Maybe it was just a... Was it a terror screen? It could have been a terror screen.
Hard to complain when your guy at the free throw line setting terror screens on the other end. You know what I mean? So
here we go. Oh, he's saying the knee from Geordie Hunter. Got him on his knee. Geordie Hunter. He did it.
He didn't move, did he?
Just a big body, had his knees out wide. Even Geordie Hunter's limping a little bit, knee on knee action. Bit of frustration from this game as well that would have boiled into that. Of course.
Mitchell against Statman. Exploring. Back to the right-hand side. Tough shot. Can't get it done. Good defensive pressure from Statman, but Phoenix keep it alive. Malique Lewis, top of the key. He can't connect either. Just 2 points in the game now for Malique Lewis. Schofield from well deep on the floor. He's off the marker as well. A little over 30 seconds out from three-quarter time. Margin at 27. Started this quarter with the Phoenix on top by 24. Hunter prefers. Mitchell steps back over Galloway. That's off the mark as well. And kept alive by Malique Lewis. Did it nicely. Now Mitchell. Awkward pass. He made it work. And then Marcus Lee knocked down the shot. The foul's being called on Schofield. His third personal. So both teams over the limit here in this quarter. DJ Mitchell goes to the free throw line.
Stop.
Most recently played with Brisbane, DJ Mitchell. Put together some nice numbers as well. Played 15 games, started 5 of them in 2024. Shot the ball extremely well from deep at 43%. He's got some skills, and certainly his dad Mike had some skills as well. Absolutely. In his 7-year career, All-NBL 1991, his best ever was 46 points and 19 boards.
Who was that against? You know?
That was against you, Coach.
Come on, Case. Come on.
What have you done to Case in the off-season, man?
Killing me. Oh, no.
Sorry, man. You weren't paid to play deep.
Oh, my goodness. No one ever dropped 46 on me, though. Let me tell you.
Oh!
Throws
it down on the Phoenix with an exclamation point at the end of the third quarter here. The Phoenix have been dominating, but Statman gets the Taipans fans something to get excited about with a quarter to play. It's the Phoenix 88, Cairns 61 here in the Hungry Jacks NBL debut.
Here we go.
Keilor Thunder in the NBL 1 South. It's Maldonado. Hands over. This is Foster. Back to Maldonado. 4 on the shot clock. Needs to get busy. Fires over Lee. Can't convert, and Marcus Lee grabs another board. He leads the rebound count with 11. Gets it back from McVeigh. He wanted to post up Foster. They couldn't find him down low, but they found him on the perimeter, and now he penetrates. Takes some contact. Tough shot. Wouldn't work. The cleanup from Lee. He couldn't get it to go either. Good hustle from the Phoenix, staying with it there. Mitchell, corner from Maldonado, fired quickly. Statman puts a stop to it. So inside the last 5 minutes, just 9 points from the Phoenix in this quarter so far. Rain Smith picks up another. Tichik gets after it against Malique Lewis, who wins that battle.
Good to see these young boys still hustling. Being down by 30 points or 29 points.
Foster, Mitchell, pocket pass. Maldonado, 10 on the shot clock. Down low, Mitchell with a height advantage on Rain Smith, but defers. Maldonado pulls off the triple. He's got 10 in the game.
Hasn't had to do a heap. Maldonado is going to be very important with their size.
Rain Smith, hard. Block warning on Daniel Foster as well. Just hit the deck a little too easy.
Josh King wants them to continue to push.
We saw during the European game here on Thursday night where a player was tech fouled without a warning. He flopped, he was tech fouled, and you know what I thought? Let's try it.
Yeah, just get
no
straight away.
That's it. If that's a flop, that's a tech. That might work.
I think it would work, especially if you're certain there wasn't a flop and you think it's a charge, you can still challenge that. You can't challenge the flop, but if you think it's a charge, an offensive foul, Maldonado.
Not beyond Higgins' teacher. Foster with a clumsy foul. It's an unsportsmanlike foul from Lee, according to referee Ruben Woolcock.
Yeah, that's right call.
Did you see that crossover?
2 shots per session.
So here the referee saying professional foul, unsportsmanlike foul. Right there, just he knew what he was doing, Marcus Lee.
Time out, Cairns.
Cairns Taipans have called timeout here. 3:34 left on the clock. Smith went to the bench with 19 points, hasn't scored in this final quarter. Bit of junk time now But the Phoenix have reached a century. They lead by 32, and their biggest win and highest ever score against the Taipans is looking like it's coming their way. A reminder, after this game, Perth against Tassie. I guarantee you that's going to be closer than this. And here on Sunday, Melbourne United hosting the New Zealand Breakers. And also on Sunday, the Sydney Kings host Partisan from 4:30. And then the Adelaide 36ers against Panathinaikos from 7 p.m. Bryce Cotton head-to-head against Kendrick Nunn, the EuroLeague MVP.
That'd be nice. Have a look.
Outstanding.
Speaking of the Tassie game, what did you like about them in that first game?
I think it's going to be a lot of growing pains for Tassie. You've got 4 new faces in your starting unit. So Magnay's the only really returning piece. So you've got to figure it all out. And see a little bit more from Tiger Campbell. I know that wasn't their first pick of their starting point guard. It was supposed to be Sean McDonald. But I love Bryce Hamilton, I love Johnson, Bannon and Magnay. They've got the pieces there. Their depth will be tested at times, but you know Tassie, and when you replace 4 starters, it's going to take time to gel.
Well, up against Melbourne United, who are being selected by a lot of people to be a championship contender, there was never more than 7 points in the game. We mentioned the lead changes that they had as well, and had Milton Doyle not made a couple of big shots, then Tassie are right in it.
Right. It seems like, though, Dane Bickman's been in this business for so long that he knows how to get the best out of his players, regardless of any big names or whatever. Whoever he has is going to play hard.
Super coach, no doubt about it.
It's also Finn Delaney expecting a big season out of him under Dean Bickerman. Oh, great. Never seen. There's Lloyd McVeigh. Drew McVeigh's on the floor for Cairns.
Shot clock, a single digit.
Oh!
Maldonado took them on, and he drew a foul. He took on Lloyd McVeigh.
Wow. 6.
Fouls on Statman
On
for a
Statman.
block. Oh, I'm not sure. But Statman comes across. Let's have a look. Oh, no. For a blocking foul as well.
Whoa.
Come on now. Now, it used to be that with the challenge system before they changed it, where if it was called a block and it was a hands foul, you could challenge what the actual call was.
Right.
They scrapped that and just said you only can challenge the foul as a whole. That looked clean from Statman. That's all we want to see, but Maldonado showing something.
So Maldonado up to 11 in the game, make that 12. 1 of 7 Phoenix players in double figures. Taipans have 4. Statman to McVeigh, and off glass, Jack adds 2, so he's up to 18. Only Rain Smith with 19 has more in the game.
70 points on the board, 3 minutes to go. It might not win you a lot of games, but you should be in with a lot of games. 70 is not a terrible score. You think about how poorly they started. 15 points in the first quarter. They've been much better in the second half. They're screaming out for Andrew Andrews to get here.
Statman, tough shot, worried out of it. Malique Lewis grabs the board. Maldonado, Mitchell to his right. Now wanting to post up. Barker down low. DJ Mitchell, single coverage, likes his chances, muscles his way in from close range, couldn't get it done. McVeigh brings the Taipans back up the floor in traffic. He's bumped. So, second team foul on the Phoenix in this term.
You speak about Phoenix. 7 guys in double figures, and a lot of that comes from defense. Yes, they've been great on the offensive end, but the majority of those points come from the defensive end.
Here's Lloyd McVeigh. Some good things with South Adelaide and NBL1 Central last season, and that was a nice finish. McVeigh onto the score sheet.
Be a cool moment. Be on the floor together. McVeigh family.
Actually sharing a house in Cairns at the moment as well. Jack's got his first baby arriving in December.
Oh, I would bloody hope they are. I would hope that Jack has opened up the house.
I know.
Hey, you can take one of my 8 rooms up in Cairns.
Give him his own wing.
He can have his own house, probably.
So Taipans over the limit in terms of fouls in this last quarter. Free throws to come here for Maldonado.
I check the real estate in Cairns, but some nice places up there.
Let me tell you something, bro. When you sign that check for $1 million, I don't care what they got up there for. You get whatever you want.
What? That was what, your 6th year you got that?
Oh, Pete, I forgot how funny you were. This is amazing.
Deservingly so. If you add inflation, Copes, and you would.
Yeah, okay.
That's what greatness is.
So Maldonado up to 16. He averaged 10 points a game playing for Ludwigsburg in Germany before coming to the NBL. But inside the last 2 minutes of this game, 36 to margin. A record-breaking night here for the Phoenix. As the Taipans cough it up again. Loose with the ball. Mitchell. His three ball is all the bottom of the net.
Well, 39 points. They're just piling it on. They're relentless. Josh King only just starting. No, I was about to say he's calmed down, but then he gets in a stance. And they force another turnover. Here's the Amy replay. Maldonado just pushing in. That's what I talk about. The disappointment for the Cairns. Yep, they're going to be without their point guard in this game, but defensively, they could have been a whole lot better. You can control that.
Well done, Statman. Just deflected the ball away from Maldonado there. Loose ball came to Bigger, and he couldn't finish it off. Statman gets it back from Kyron Galloway. A little over a minute out from the final here. John Cain Arena. Statman takes on the rookie, Ellis Bigger, and earns it way to the free throw line.
I think Cairns was shell-shocked early. The amount of turnovers, the amount of defensive pressure up and in, they couldn't get into their structure and just lost a lot of confidence.
No doubt. And they shouldn't have been. If you watched any of the preseasons in the Phoenix, this is what they do. This is what they did last year under Josh King. It is relentless. They've got the bodies to do it too. Brown, Malique Lewis getting up and in, full court pressure. I think that they can still add probably a more scoring threat on the wing as well.
But what that does is, defensively, it takes a lot of pressure off guys like Sobey, who doesn't have to come out and get 30 points. You know, easy layups.
He hasn't scored in the second half, Nathan Sobey, after setting the platform for them and then turning provider in the third. 13 points for him all at half-time. Kyron Galloway grabs the rebound. Higgins-Titcher feeds it to Barker. He's got Lloyd McVeigh up the floor. That's a damn foul. Mitchell getting value for money for that foul. Fourth personal on Mitchell. Points count. Lloyd McVeigh played through the contact. He averaged 17.7 boards for South Adelaide in the NBL 1 Central. 37 threes at 36%. So he's got some tools and some credentials, Lloyd McVeigh. 21-year-old. 8 years younger than Jack. Maldonado. It up the floor. Here's Mitchell. Got away from Higgins-Titcher to the foul line. Now needs help. Puts it on the deck here. Ryan goes for the left hand. Off the mark. Loose ball. Lloyd McVeigh's got it again. Barker. He decides to fire. Can't connect. Mitchell upstairs grabs the rebound. Brings it up the floor. As we head toward the final here, the fans get excited. They're on their feet here at John Cain Arena.
Every point matters.
They're all fired up at the fire pit because this has been a terrific season opener in the corner. They finish with the rookie. Pat Ryan puts a lid on 3 more. Statman on the buzzer, not far off the mark. But all honours are with the Phoenix.